I don't think I've seen a more negative reaction to change than the reaction that Redditors have been having to Reddit and its CEO wanting to make the website more profitable in the midst of the company's IPO. But the way that people have been reacting to this website's change might actually make Reddit even less profitable than it currently stands. Now, before we dive into how these protests are hitting Reddit right in its money, you first have to understand how Reddit actually makes its money. So, like most social media companies, Reddit's main revenue stream comes from targeted ads. If you're in some subreddit like r/guns, then you might see ads for holsters or concealed carry insurance. If you're in r/iBleach, then I guess you're going to get advertisements for toys for your hecking pupper. Now, Reddit also lets people buy premium membership, which lets you remove ads when you're logged in, and it also gives you access to exclusive subreddits. Now, Reddit does have other revenue streams besides ads and paying not to see ads. They've got Reddit coins and Reddit awards that you can buy. In fact, these things are intermingled with Reddit Premium. You've probably seen awards like Gold, Platinum, or reaction awards like Take My Energy. Anytime you see these attached to a post or a comment, it means that someone, somewhere, gave Reddit some money so that they could do that, so that they could give that person that award. Now, another interesting part of the Reddit economy is the moderation. Reddit mods are not paid by Reddit, so the mods, they're doing their jobs for free. But remember those community awards that I was talking about? Well, it turns out that some of those awards are mod exclusive, meaning only a mod can give this award to someone. And usually these awards are given as an appreciation to users who make quality posts and things like that to encourage them to keep posting in that subreddit. Because after all, quality posts are the thing that makes anyone go to any subreddit. Now, these mod exclusive awards have to be bought from Reddit with Reddit Gold, just like any other award, which means some of the mods on Reddit are actually paying Reddit to do their jobs. Like, imagine being a janitor somewhere and you have to bring your own mop and your own cleaning supplies, and the place that you're cleaning at, they make you pay for the privilege to be a janitor there. So now you can kind of see why so many people, especially the mods of Reddit, don't give a damn about this website making some extra money and being profitable because they're not making any money. But all of that might have you wondering, why would anyone want to be a Reddit mod in the first place if there isn't any money in it? And I think the reason, or at least the main reason, is the mods of at least popular subreddits have quite a bit of power. They can pin or delete a post, or they can promote or delete a post, which means everyone in that subreddit is going to see it, or nobody is going to see it. So you can probably see where I'm going with this. The only way to really make money as a mod on Reddit is by accepting bribes. There's lots of companies that have pretty much gone viral on Reddit. There's this thing called the Reddit hug of death, which is when a website gets to the front page and there's a whole bunch of people that are going to that website all at once, that it basically makes the website go down. You know, it's like a DDoS effect. Well, think about it. If a company has a product that they're trying to sell, right? A product or a service that they're trying to sell, and they're able to set up CDNs, or they're able to set up a whole bunch of servers so that they're prepared for that influx of traffic. They pay all that money, they get that infrastructure set up, and then boom, they pay a couple of mods from a subreddit, or maybe several different mods from different subreddits, to help promote a post to go to the front page, and then they make a whole lot of money. So it makes sense that people offering products and services would bribe these guys, and apparently it's quite common for people to bribe the mods of NSFW subreddits in order to let them shill their OnlyFans pages or their porn sites. Now, of course, accepting bribes as a Reddit moderator is against the rules, But what does Reddit expect? These mods are paid less than cops in Mexico, so it's no surprise that many of them are willing to break the rules. And that's the same kind of thing that's happening with these protests here. So the first big thing that I saw was major subreddits just closing down completely. Most of them were down just for a couple of days, but some subs like r/Linux, it seemed like they were down for a whole week. So obviously that move by the mods of r/Linux and these other subreddits, that kind of hurt the site's traffic, because for me, there's only a handful of subreddits that I usually go to anyway, and if you shut those down, then the whole site is pretty much useless to me. So they're not going to make any money. They're not going to make 0.001 cents off of me seeing some ads. And it was really annoying when I would go to research things that I'm trying to do. Like I'm looking to build a larger mobile for my birds right now, or a larger mobile coop for my birds. And every search that I made, the answer seemed like it was posted to Reddit, like the links were to Reddit. So yeah, it was really annoying when you're trying to find information and it keeps leading you to a privated subreddit. I know I'm probably preaching to the choir here. So yeah, Reddit was a completely useless website for me and a lot of other people last week, and this was enough to get higher-ups at Reddit to send this message out to the mods of pretty much every community that was taking place in that protest. If there are mods here who are willing to work towards reopening this community, we are willing to work with you to process a top mod removal request or reorder the mod team in order to achieve this goal if mod higher-ups on the list are hindering reopening. We would handle this request and any other retaliation attempts here in this mod mail chain immediately. Our goal is to work with the existing mod team to find a path forward and make sure your subreddit is made available for the community, which makes its home here. If you are not able or willing to reopen and maintain the community, please let us know. So Reddit, the company, is basically trying to orchestrate a coup on these different subreddits. They're basically trying to find the most powerful mod that's in a subreddit's chain of command that's willing to be a puppet for the company, and then install them as the lead mod of that subreddit. And if none of the mods for that subreddit want to play ball, then Reddit is just going to take away all of their mod privileges, because they claim that closing a subreddit is a violation of Rule 4 from the mod code of conduct. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, as well as read to you, what Rule 4 actually says on Reddit. So it says, Rule 4, be active and engaged. Whether your community is big or small, it's important for communities to be actively and consistently moderated. This will ensure that issues are being addressed and that Redditors feel safe as a result. Being active and engaged means that you have enough mods to effectively and consistently manage your community. This involves regularly monitoring and addressing content in mod queue, in mod mail, and if possible, actively engaging with your community via posts, comments, and voting. Camping or sitting on a community is not encouraged. If a community has been empty or unmoderated for a significant amount of time, we will consider banning or restricting the community. If a user requests a takeover of a community that falls under either category, we will consider granting that request, but will, in nearly all cases, attempt to reach out to the moderator team first to discuss their intentions for that community. So obviously, closing your subreddit or just making it private temporarily, which is really what the mods were doing here, is not against the rules. It wouldn't make sense for a mod to be able to even have the ability to make their subreddit private if it was against the rules, which is why I say this code of conduct or this terms of service that these social media companies have is always a joke. Time and time again, I've seen these companies make these huge stretches in how they interpret the rules so that they can claim that they're just banning people who broke the terms of service, when in reality, they're acting like tyrants, right? They're acting like tyrants while trying to look like the good guys. So after the private subreddits were forced to reopen, some of them decided to keep protesting, but a very Reddit way by posting pictures of John Oliver instead of whatever the subreddit is usually dedicated to. Like, if you go to r/pics right now, it's just pictures of John Oliver, which of course is great for him and his brand, but not for people that want to go to Reddit for literally anything else but John Oliver pictures. And the most recent protest that I've seen going on in some subreddits is Safe for Work Reddits now allowing a lot of NSFW content, which makes the whole subreddit NSFW, or at least labeled as NSFW. So while the internet thoughts used to be just contained to 1 in 4 subreddits dedicated to porn, you might now see some titties in r/perfectly cut screams or r/interesting as fuck or shitty life pro tips. The logic behind this whole protest, by the way, is the NSFW subreddits, or the ones that are marked NSFW, have very restricted advertising or no advertising at all, which ultimately means that Reddit is not making as much money from the content that's posted there. Puppers are more profitable than pussies, apparently, when it comes to Reddit. Who would have thought? And just to make things a little bit more interesting, the hacker group, which goes by the name ElfV and or Black Cat, announced last week that they plan to release 80 gigabytes of data that they stole from Reddit back in February when they managed to hack them. So overall, it looks like Reddit is having one of the roughest IPOs in tech company history. Reddit's future seems really bleak, and a lot of subreddits are losing followers to their mirrored instances on Lemmy. Well, it's not really a mirrored instance, I guess, because it's not the exact same content that's on Reddit. It's not, content isn't being pulled from Reddit, but you can see by the way that this content is structured that it's very similar to Reddit, or old Reddit, really, more specifically, on the desktop. And that's because this is basically a free and open source federated version of Reddit. And again, the name of this software is Lemmy, and that's Lemmy. So Lemmy with 2 M's. These Lemmy instances, they don't seem anywhere near as busy as the corresponding subreddits. Like if you were to go to, let's see, this is the r/Linux Lemmy instance. So if you were to go to the equivalent subreddit on Reddit, you would probably see a whole lot more posts being put here. But because all of these subreddits are protesting right now, and they're basically shit posting, right? Like they're posting pictures of John Oliver and other crap that's not what you're looking for. The quality of Lemmy might actually be better. And that's what really matters, right? It's not the quantity of posts, but it's the quality of the post. So I think that a lot of people, or at least the people who are smart enough to figure out how to use Lemmy, are just going to start using this instead of Reddit. Unless you are the 1 in 4 people that just use Reddit for porn, then maybe you are happy that a lot of safe for work Reddits are now being flooded with titties. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that this protest is actually going to end up hurting Reddit, or is it just something that people are going to forget about in a couple of weeks, and then Reddit's going to go on selling their API and actually end up being profitable? And do you think that this is a good opportunity for Lemmy to become more popular and to start red-pilling normies about the Fediverse? Personally, I do think that that is the best thing about this. Reddit alternatives getting more traffic and more attention. But like and share this video to hack the algorithm. Follow me on Odyssey, and have a great day.